What's up, everybody, and welcome to the off-season Swole-cast. This is March. Got some crazy stuff to talking about, and Tuttle's on with us 2 episodes in a row. We'll talk about Pete's net worth for whatever reason. We'll talk about the Calcutta draft, Xavier Restrep-slow, and whatever else comes to mind. That's coming up next here in the Swole-cast, sponsored by ikb.gg.
You David Static from the Swole-cast? I was like, yep, that's me.
I just want you guys to know I'm total dust. I'm the problem.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Leave it to the guy with the crypto dunes, Abby, to not understand content.
I should have known you getting 30 likes was directly written by someone else.
You know me, I don't do a ton of research before the show.
I've put no research into this. Don't know if it's true at all.
You're on the right show.
To it, bro. Live a little.
Live a little.
Just live a little, guys.
All right, welcome into the Swole-cast. David Kitchen alongside Peter Overzet, Davis Maddock, and the headliner, Mr. Dan Gaspar, Mr. Tuttle 05. Tuttle, I said, are you going to be on the show today? And you said, absolutely. I wouldn't miss it for the world. And
100%.
And I love that. I love that about you. So how are you doing today?
Yeah, I was better about 15 minutes ago before we didn't get the random tennis withdrawal. 100% exposure to that match. So we're on a little tilt right now.
Okay.
That's
so
what we needed. We needed Huddle on tilt for this show.
I did see someone, I think Moods was in the mention, said, gonna need the Tuttle instant reaction to the Machak news.
Yeah, it's not fun. So this is the issue with tennis because there's no late swap, right? And it's usually not too bad of an issue in later rounds, but you get withdrawals all the time in early rounds. Later rounds, it's usually legitimate excuses, which he's saying it's a sickness. But what happens is the opponent, so the guy that withdraws gets a 0 and the opponent just gets 30. But the problem is 30 is a dead score. So you're like any exposure to the match is you're just dead.
Yeah. T's and P's to those who had exposure to Jacob Minsick.
Yep.
Who I do know. All right, Davis, how are you today?
Doing great, man.
Yeah.
Great day to be alive, man. Living the dream.
Boy,
This is March, dude. This is March.
boy, someone's morning routine went really well this morning. Already, just gratitude. What you're thankful for.
Jack's been posting his gratitude journals on Instagram stories.
Yeah, please, Jack, don't post gratitude.
I don't think I follow Jack. I need to follow Jack.
It looks like a 3rd grader's homework assignment. They're just 3 lines. It says like, healthy family and friends.
So
security,
wait,
doing what I love.
I do need to interrupt. David couldn't wait for a morning routine joke. Here's the thing. I texted in a group yesterday with David and Peter. I said, David, if you send me just a little bit of content, just a little bit, I will
Davis,
edit.
you post. I'm not your puppet. You post your morning routine first.
Well, frankly, I thought a great bit would be all 4 of us. Just it doesn't have to be big. This could be 45 seconds long, but all 4 of us just record a little bit of us doing some dumb shit in the morning. I thought it could be a good bit.
I had to research a little bit yesterday because I was out. I was like, just a boomer, just out of it. What happened was there is an influencer, a fitness influencer, who posted his morning routine.
Put some respect on his name, Ashton Hall.
Ashton, yes, not Genty Hall.
The funniest thing, just before, let me interject. The funniest thing about this meme being so big, this person is only marginally gaining off of it because the account that is actually getting, it's the most views I've ever seen on a tweet. It's almost 1 billion now. Is not his account. It's just one of those random, awful For You page accounts.
He's still getting plenty of
Davis. He has 9 million Instagram followers. He's doing fine.
Saratoga Water.
He's a short king.
Yeah.
He is a short king.
Yeah. Let me just do the overview. We're going to trample over a bunch of jokes.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry, Peter.
Got that dog in a butt. Got that dog in a butt.
I invited the winner of the fast puppy on Underdog last year onto my best ball breakfast stream yesterday because I'm already bored, I guess. And for people not familiar, this guy Ray had an advance rate anywhere between 70 to 95% across all his Underdog contests last year. It was a great interview. He tried to sell his mortgage services. He pitched me on a 4 QB strategy, and he called me a douche, all within the span of 20 minutes. Kitchen, yeah, I'm taking you didn't get to see this interview yet, Kitchen?
No, was he serious when he called you a douche?
Yeah. He said, or I think he clarified douchey vibes as well. His dog Nacho kept interrupting us, just barked the entire interview. Luckily, years of podcasting with Davis has prepared me for getting interrupted mid-sentence. He told me he knew 1 million people, that he could list off 1 million people, which based on how many times his phone rang during the interview, that might actually be correct. The phone rings, David, were almost as prevalent as the barks. And his username on Underdog, if you guys are looking for him in the lobbies, is Razor, which is ironic, since during the interview, that's what I was looking for my wrists. All right. Okay.
He's in the chat right now.
Hi, Raymond. I love you. All right. In other news, David Kitchen miraculously pulled off a last-minute Calcutta draft and apparently now wants a Medal of Honor for getting this done. I'll eat some crow here. Apparently online bullying does work, but Kitchen, we're putting 1 million asterisks next to this thing. This does not happen without the bullying and without Davis. And you have to admit that right now.
Okay. But first of all, I'm not expecting anything. I didn't do this for you, Peter.
You did
this for the members.
No,
And Davis
you
had
did.
that same, he had that same vibe. You have lost touch with this right here.
No,
The community.
you did
No,
it to stick it to me. You never do anything for the members.
You never. It's so true, Dave. You did it to stick it to Peter.
No, I did it
Yes.
for the members. And anyways, go ahead. I don't want to. Some people were calling it CROW-CUTTA though, which I thought was
I like
good.
that. I did tap into your guys' members only stream. I ate my hat while driving in my car.
He did.
I just hope Holly and JJ are taking notes next time they need Kitchen to do something, because politely asking won't work. You must threaten this man's entire identity as a flake, and then he'll get it done. Let's see. In world news, DoorDash is now offering a payment plan for customers. Local Tennessee Dairy Queens have already seen a massive uptick in sales.
Can I'm going to intersperse the overview. Those jokes, the DoorDash Klarna jokes, better than the morning routine jokes. I had a better time reading those. Continue.
It's what a reflection of a healthy society that we have payment plans for ordering our Chinese. There were rumors that Elon Musk was going to receive classified information about China last week. This would be like JJ allowing Kitchen to mess with the formulas in his prospect model. Let me see what this does here. As we started to discuss, a guy named Ashton Hall went viral for his morning routine this week. I know Kitchen is salivating over his physique because he looks exactly like a black Jonathan Bale. People have already vowed online to pledge infinite amounts of money if Kitchen recreates this routine, like Davis was hinting at. But I'd be a little worried about Kitchen getting distracted with eating the fruit in the bowl instead of just dunking his head in it. But that could be fun. Kitchen. Yeah, I do think now that Davis says it, we should divvy this up, right? We should divvy up some of the parts of the routine and each do it. My favorite part of the whole video, and Kitchen, I take it you've seen it at this point?
Yeah, because I saw like a bowl of water. Everybody's posting bowl of ice cubes and water. I'm like, all right, I'm missing something here. I need to see what it is.
I mean, there's a million funny things, but for some reason, the thing that's sending me right now is like the super early part of his morning, and he's doing the timestamps on screen, right?
Just
it's like
faffs around.
3:57. Well, there was one. It apparently takes him 13 minutes to walk outside. It literally goes 3:50. Nothing happens other than him walking outside. And then he does his journal for 2 minutes. But I just love that. 13 minutes walking from his kitchen to his outside porch. But yeah, that's all I got, Kitchen. March Madness has been pretty boring. Back to you.
Yeah. You had that Maryland shot. But as far as the morning routine thing, and someone already said this, like, my morning routine is so different than this guy's.
No shit.
Just because, like, when you have kids that are school age kids, like, your morning routines like revolving around helping them get ready and like taking them to school. And so, like, for a guy, like, you can just tell the guy does not have kids.
Well, Kitchen, let's be this isn't a real morning routine. This is manufactured engagement bait that was very, very successfully done. This isn't his actual routine, Kitchen.
You don't think so?
Have you seen any of the parody morning routines out there?
Yeah,
of course.
That's kind of what this would be.
Yeah, Frank, like, the moment might have already passed, but I was envisioning basically we play a clip on this show of you dunking your face in a bowl of ice water.
This is not the first time it's happened. Who was the Bachelor influencer that did like a routine video? He got in trouble.
There have been
the DFS guy.
Oh, Randone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Yeah.
What is,
dude? I have not seen him.
He's out of the space. I went down a Randone rabbit hole a couple months ago. Could not find
really
the only thing you can find when you try and figure out where he is people posting on the Bachelor Reddit, being like, "Where the fuck is this guy?"
What are the odds he's in jail?
Low, I think.
You think low?
I feel like everything's cyclical, though, right? Tommy G came back. I think Randone's due to come back in about a year. It's just the circle of life.
It's the circle of life, yeah.
He also have you guys seen like all this? There's now all the kind of like tout wars in the sports betting space. I feel like Randone could pop up and hop on one of these elf spaces.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah.
Tommy G did. Did you see that? He popped.
Did he
up
hop
on
in the space?
He was
also
at the fight yesterday.
Explain it to me. Like, I'm working.
There's
these
this
days.
kid.
Sorry.
There's this kid named Elf that started doing these spaces like nightly.
He's probably a grifter. Let's establish that.
Probably a grifter. Already has a partnership with like Bet Online or something like that. And I think it started out just more kind of grassroots, natural. Like, let's just talk, gossip, shop within the sports betting industry.
And kind of make fun of grifters, scammers.
Yeah.
Scammers
Yeah. And that's how,
like,
people would, and I haven't listened to a second, but I've gleaned enough from reading the comments. People would come out and call out other people. And he's had like Spanky on there. He's had some like big names. But now it's basically devolved into getting hijacked by that guy, Sean Perry, former poker player. He's the guy that made it super far in Circa. And setting up these boxing matches. And credit to them, one of them did actually take place like last week. And then they wanted a rematch that was supposed to take place yesterday, yada, yada. But it's like turned into just like a complete shit show of an operation where people just yell at each other on this spaces. But apparently people in the sports betting community are lapping up the content.
They're mad though. They're mad though because he's just
now
like
they're mad that like, dude, you
fans.
went corporate. You're glazing all the people. And frankly, Peter, this not making it into the Overzets overview, one of the biggest oversights of your career.
Kitchen hadn't even seen the video here. He wouldn't even have gotten it.
Yeah,
fair.
Who got 10,000 subs?
It's a reference from the morning routine video.
Oh.
So don't, Davis, write your own jokes if you want to do them.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
all right.
thanks.
So, just for those that kind of missed it, also, we did have the Calcutta draft last week. It was wildly successful, as Pete mentioned.
It actually went off way better than it had any right to.
It was fun. And this was the whole point of me saying Calcutta a million times last week, is that these are fun.
It was very fun. I think everyone is still alive right now, other than Jake, who bought one team. And I believe Alex as well. Alex is he had Colorado State or Utah State. 2 people are out. Everyone else is still alive, I believe.
Yeah, there is. I'll post the link to the spreadsheet in the chat, but there is, it's fun to see the top. Someone asked also in the chat what my thoughts were on the Queen shot. No travel. That's called a gather. You can gather.
There's no gather in college, David.
Yeah, there's a gather.
That's what they always
implied gather. So, oh gosh, someone's zooming in, and geez, looks like top earner is there at the top right there.
Kitchen, will you admit that it wasn't going to happen unless Davis set up the stream?
No, it was going to happen.
But it would have been
as
a
fun.
Mess. It would have been a mess.
It would have been. It would have been a dream come true for you, Pete, to come in and just be like, the banana peels that Ashton rubs on his face. You'd be doing that with like the failed attempt at CALCUTTA.
And this is why I'm not giving you $1 million. I'm going to give you your flowers, but Davis bailed you out, and you know it, and that's why I'm not giving you.
But there is no bail. This is what Pete.
David, I don't want to side with Peter, but I absolutely bailed you out.
This is not a bit. This is for the members, though. This is not a me. This is a we thing. This is a we thing.
No, it's not a we thing. Because if this was planned out with advance notice, I would have joined. I would have had fun joining this. But you can't just spring it on. There were literally people who were calling out at the last second, being like, let me see if I can get out of something in the next 30 minutes, Kitchen. This was a selfish act by you. It was a selfish act.
I had mentioned in our chat like a week before we should do a CALCUTTA, and you guys did not respond to it. So
because we knew if we said yes, nothing would
happen. Don't.
Yes.
Stop, Peter. I talked to my daughter about this. Like, sometimes you got to take responsibility. Okay.
You talked to her about the CALCUTTA or just more generally speaking?
Pete, you're not the victim here. Sometimes you got to take responsibility. It was fun, and we're gonna do it again next year. So join the Swolies. And listen, this is the tip of the iceberg.
So next season, we're gonna do it the Wednesday night before. It is going to be, you're only going to be able to get in if you are a Swolie.
Yeah,
but we will do it public facing. It will.
Yeah, and we might do even 2 because there's going to be, after the success, as Pete said, of this one, it's going to be lots of people are going to want to get in. So again, tip of the iceberg though, because Pete, if you'll help me, I'm asking for your help here. I would love to have a Dynasty startup draft.
We can do that for the Swolies. That's easy.
Best ball?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'll commit. I'll commit to that.
I only have one other stipulation, not on Sleeper. I hate that site.
We'll do it on MFL.
Oh, there goes our sponsorship opportunities.
What payout incentive was here to have Duke the lowest cost 1 seed?
That they were the first 1 seed to come up. Like as Jake mentioned, he went for $15, and so basically no one had gone for over $20 yet. We got about 30 in, then Duke went, and I was like, I'm getting Duke. Like I think there was only like $400 or something in the pool then, because obviously the thing with CALCUTTA is it's just a percentage of the pool based on how much money comes in. So I bought Duke for 95. That basically increased the size of the pool by 25%. So then everything else got more expensive.
And then we had kind of a baseline of we had no, that's like, I wanted to get the first ever team in this Swole-cutta draft. I wanted that.
So Dave got Tennessee for $15.
Yeah.
Because they were the first team that got, because we just did a random order for the bidding.
Davis, did you say Kitchen spent the most of anyone?
Yes, he did.
And that's kind of my other concern about this is this was just
I don't think I did.
For Kitchen to
I don't think I spent the most.
I think
that's a lie.
We have a lot of hardworking people in here that had set budgets, and you just come in here with all your DK Pro cash.
I definitely
you bullied the room.
No, Chad spent more and Methodology spent more.
Thank you.
And Dave.
Okay. How rich?
Now, did I invest my money a little bit better than they did? Apparently so. If you look at the
Chad has a 1 seed, a 2 seed, and a 3 seed all live. So I think he's probably.
I've got a 1 seed, a 2 seed, a 4 seed, a 6 seed, and a 7 seed.
Yeah, but your 1 and 2 seed are on the same part of the bracket and are going to meet each other in the Elite 8 or Final 4. I can't remember. But I remember you made a mistake when it happened.
That's not a mistake, though, Davis. It's not a mistake.
It's just a happy
These teams
accident.
are still potentially profitable. But yeah, there is like game theory now. Yeah, Davis saying he remembers a mistake that I made during the draft. We were just...
Well, I made a mistake, which is I let the idiots bid me up on Oklahoma, who were 6-point dogs in their first game. When I think I paid $10 for Oklahoma, who was like $7 for Oklahoma, a team that is totally dead.
I think we gave a little bit extra for the biggest loss, so we got to figure out who that was. And the biggest upset, I think I've got that because Arkansas upset a 2 seed in that second round.
No, a 13 seed won, right?
No, they did not. Not this year, pal. Thanks to the NIL.
A 12 seed won. Colorado State won. And McNeese State won.
Okay, but my question is a 12 seed upsetting a 5 seed a bigger upset than a 10 seed upsetting a 2 seed? If you go by seed.
Who would have thought you guys wouldn't have this clearly defined?
Well, Tuttle.
I am shocked.
Tuttle, can you be the judge here? What's a bigger upset to you?
The casuals would say just seeding. Go by seeding.
I think
So
it's the lowest. I think it's the lowest seed that wins.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll
but
count that.
I mean, spiritually speaking, 10/2 is a way bigger deal. 12/5 is the most frequented upset in the tournament, right?
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? If you said it was seeding, then maybe you would have. If you clarified that ahead of time, then you might have gotten some higher bids on some of that.
CSU is also literally favored, as Aaron points out.
Yeah.
I think we just do whatever does not let David win.
That's fine. Honestly, because I've got enough, as you can see. We've got enough teams live. I don't want it. So I'll throw it out to whoever.
Okay.
And split it. Okay.
Miles makes a good point. 10
All right.
minus 2 is greater than 12 minus 5.
Guys, we're 22 minutes into the show. We still haven't talked any football. It's unbelievable. Miami's pro day was yesterday.
Funniest pro day of all time, I think.
I don't get the Restrepo reference on what we're doing here. What's the
a guy who theoretically could have been a 2nd-round pick in the NFL draft, Xavier Restrep-slow, showed up to the Miami pro day. All 32 teams sent a representative, either general manager, head scout, one of their people, because it's Miami, right? They have Cam Ward.
This is apparently why Cam Ward did not throw at pro day or at the combine, is because he said more eyes would be on him for his receivers at his pro day.
Yes. So this guy who basically, his whole life is ahead of him. He has the ability to solidify his draft position. What do you think a good 40 for a wide receiver is? Like a 2nd-round guy, not like a 1st-round guy. What do you think a good one is?
What, like 4 threes?
That's an unbelievable. That's
going
to get you to day 1.
4 threes is probably 1st round. 4 fours, round 2. I mean, you could see it fall. 4-5 is.
You better be incredibly productive.
4-5 better be really good. 4-6. You're looking at undrafted free agent type stuff.
Maybe Underdog will give you a podcast deal.
Maybe Underdog will give you a podcast. 4-7, you're basically undrafted. Xavier Restrep-slow ran a 4.86 40.
I thought it was 4.83.
I mean, it depends. Some of the guys said, a couple scouts who were there said they had him in the 5s hand timed.
Could Pete get beat a 4.8?
Probably not right now, but I think
right
at a point in my life I could have.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but he had he's like a skill guy. So the joke was he, like the Swole-cast, might not be the flashiest, but it's like a kind of a skill-based show. That was the joke.
I would say it's the opposite. We're all flash, no substance.
Yeah. Well, some might understand that sarcasm, but yes. So that was the joke. Cam Ward, though, I don't know if you saw. Oh gosh, 4'5", 4'6", 4'7". We talking Davis's height. Wow.
Hey, we're fostering a positive work environment.
That's right. You got to be a member to make those kind of comments, Charles.
A member of Davis's family.
Yeah. So you are a member of the family when you're a Swoley. That's what we say here. But the Tennessee brass was there, and I've never seen Brian Callahan look so happy. Like, he looked like the biggest nerd trying to dap up Cam Ward. So it's all but like a foregone conclusion that Cam Ward's going number 1 to the Titans.
Didn't I see the tweet that they have their entire like production crew is already,
they have the production crew is there. That's like a dead giveaway.
Yeah, getting B-roll for this random player they're not going to draft, clearly.
Yeah. So, and he made some good throws. So it's like the group chat, the friend chat, you know, they're pretty divided.
Is this the same chat? The same MAGA chat is also the Tennessee Titans chat? Is that a perfect diagram?
Okay. It's like your stereotypical group chat in Tennessee. Lots of Vol fans, lots of Titans fans, lots of Trump fans. I mean, that's your Venn diagram.
God, barbecue. Anything else in there?
Barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Severance season finale takes.
We have a separate chat for Severance because no spoilers. Did y'all see Severance though?
Man, I have a nuclear Severance take, being a non-watcher, that we might need to be deeper into the offseason before I launch it.
I was
scared to launch a take. What happened?
I'll just launch it because what else do we have to fucking talk about? People talk about Severance like it's a novel. Guys, it's fucking television. Television, it just is limited as to what it can be in terms of art. This is like The Wire, greatest TV show of all time. Good show. Watch it, talk about it, whatever. It's fucking TV, bro.
I actually like this take because it is like, for people who don't read books, it makes them feel like they read a book.
I mean, this was kind of the take.
Yes, if you were talking about a TV show like it's some postmodern novel, please stop, bro. Please stop.
Yeah. Davis, you're kind of like Milchick with using big words. Anyways,
you want to tell him to eat shit, Kitchen?
I was like upset at the end of Dexter. I think it was season 2 or season 3 with the John Lithgow when Rita upset. At the end. I was almost that upset at the ending of this.
It was not a good season.
It was fine season, but just like the emotionally, you know, and I understood.
No, it's a show for people who love sleuthing around on Reddit message boards for Easter eggs, which is fine for those people. But for someone who just wants to turn on a show once a week and enjoy good television,
that was lost.
Not that anymore. Exactly. Yeah, it fell down the loss problem. It has actually be incredible. Just Severance office doing a Calcutta draft, Milchick hosting it.
Here's the people making a great point. I don't talk about Twin Peaks like it's
you've talked about it every episode of the Swole-cast.
It's a great show. Guess what? It makes me actively dumber to watch it.
Yeah,
it's TV, bro.
I get that. All right. Any other football takes from this past week that we want to talk about before we move on?
Well, Kitchen, are you a little worried about Elijah Arroyo's draft stock after not doing the drills at the pro day? Why we're still on this Miami pro day?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, I got one. The Giants sign Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
To a 2-year, $8 million deal. There is this, he's the bridge to Shadur or whatever. But what if the Browns say, yeah, right, bro. We got nothing. We got Kenny Pickett, brother. We're just taking him. We're just taking.
You think Shadur goes too, and Giants are just out to pasture with Jameis?
I'm not saying that's the most likely scenario, but it's well within the range of outcomes.
As a Malik Neighbors stan, I would just say Jameis would be incredible if he was the only option they got.
That's the thing. But I mean, so the thing, if you're a Malik Neighbors stan, the issue with Jameis is he's got a ceiling to how many games the coaches can possibly stand to watch him play. Like,
exactly.
You don't
unless they are tanking for Arch.
NFL teams, front offices can tank. Players do not tank. Coaches do not tank.
In the Giants front office isn't in position to tank anymore. Like it's shut up or put up for these.
Yeah,
These guys are all gone if they don't win.
That's what I reported this morning, that they need to get 8 or 9 wins or they're all gone.
That's what I kind of said about the because like again the group chat being divided on Cam Ward, like let's just tank another year so we can get. I'm like, do you think like Callahan and the new GM and these guys that have already had like a bad season, do you think that they are wanting to have another bad season, go 0-2? Like you're done. You're done. Yeah. Like they would get rid of Callahan so fast, even after 2 seasons. So he's trying to win this year. So
yes, I am. That's what like yesterday when I was doing my streams that I started out with being like, it's too thin for Jameis Winston. You don't have anything to hang your hat on as far as guaranteed starts. And then that scenario does play out like Davis is describing, where the quarterbacks go 1-2. They miss out on the Jackson Dart. They don't get a Milrow. And all of a sudden, Jameis Winston's only competition is fucking Tommy DeVito. And the funny thing is they still will bench him for Tommy DeVito.
They will,
if he has a meltdown game.
100% will get benched for Tommy DeVito at some point. If their depth chart is Winston, DeVito, and Tyler Shuck, we're getting the DeVito experience at some point.
I mean, he got benched for Dorian Thompson-Robinson, who's like one of the worst quarterbacks on the face of the planet. Like that's how he was the most liked person in the entire Cleveland organization. The locker room loved him, the players loved him, and they're still like, sorry, bro, we can't let you chuck all these interceptions every week.
Is he too over the top for media? Did you see like the media tour he went on the Jameis this offseason?
No,
yeah,
I mean,
like
I think it was too much. I think it was
Kendrick
too much.
Perkins is on TV, bro. They'll let anyone do. They'll let anyone.
I mean, that's like complete opposite in terms of like charisma, though.
Yeah,
I think,
feel like he got to the point because he's like extremely likable, right, Jameis?
Right.
I feel like it was like a forcing, a little too much of a forcing.
So then, where are you at, Davis? Is he draftable for you? Are you taking 18th or 20th round Jameis Winston on neighbors teams?
No, because he's so unlikely to make it to the money weeks, right? I think Jackson Dart is more likely to be starting the money weeks for like Seattle than Jameis is. Because I think the most likely thing is what you outlined in the Fantasy Life newsletter. He starts like 4 games, has a 4 interception game, and gets benched after that.
The funny thing is, though, I could remember our theory with Justin Fields last year. We were like,
comes back around.
Him. Yeah, like it could actually, instead of just being 2, half seasons, like half of Fields, half of Wilson, it could literally be Winston, DeVito stretch, then DeVito so awful, Winston boomerangs back around for the fantasy playoffs.
All right, next guy, Tyler Warren. This guy feels like he's getting steamed up pretty heavily. I saw Shane Hallam tweet yesterday. He quoted, I don't know if it was The Athletic or where it was, but it was a scout that said he thinks Tyler Warren will run like a 4.8 and that he might be better than Brock Bowers.
Yeah, that people got to stop with that. Yeah, Tyler Warren played behind not only Theo Johnson, but also Brenton Strange of a second. Like he
the starting tight end for the Jags. Yeah.
Brock Bowers out-targeted and out-produced 3 NFL players as a 17-year-old at Georgia. They are not
so disrespectful to Brock Bowers.
He's fine.
This guy, Tyler Warren, threw like a couple passes. And they're like, he can do it all, man.
Do we have any athletic testing on Warren yet?
No, their pro day is coming later. I don't.
But
know.
if he runs a 4.8, like, would you not be a little bit excited?
4.8 is slow.
Davis, can you go run through what a 4.3? Can you go back through the what
for a tight end?
David, 4.8 is bad for a tight end.
That is bad.
Like Dalton Kincaid's beating that right now with his busted knee. As Miles says, Tyler Warren is. This is not 100% accurate, but it's close enough. Tyler Warren is just Dalton Kincaid with some actual dog.
Brock Bowers 4.53 40-yard dash. I mean, that's a significant gap in athleticism.
My bad on the 4.8.
The thing is Colston Loveland might be better than yes. Give me the total Colston Loveland take.
Warren, I just don't see it. Like, I mean, He's fine, but he's not going to be some star. I don't think. I think he's just going to be another tight end. I think most that the class is going to be that though. So it's like
Mason Taylor or Harold Fannin, Tuttle.
Didn't they both have terrible? What was Taylor like sprained his ankle or something, or was that?
No, that was Gunner.
That was
Helm.
Yeah,
that was Helm.
They're all meh to me. I don't know.
Mason Taylor did the greatest gauntlet drill. Have you seen this? I'm actually not going to pull it up because it'll steal our $17 of advertising money. But Mason Taylor did the greatest gauntlet drill of all time, like the smoothest, cleanest gauntlet drill you'll ever see. The thing with Warren is the stuff that people like about him is just not happening in the NFL. He is not going to be Taysom Hill in the NFL. No chance.
All right.
So he's just good all around, right? Like really good all around, but he's not like
he's just a good.
That's why you say
Loveland.
Loveland's the better receiver. I don't think that's like that hot of a take.
He looks smoother to me. He just looks like a smoother receiver. My opinion.
I turned monetization on, Davis. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh yeah. Why is that our default setting? That the videos are not,
because we do it for the people. We're not here to make money. Our
default it's not about we. This is about they.
The other guy I wanted, because Tuttle, you just know these guys from college football.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Like let's just ask about some of these guys. What are your thoughts on Skattebo and what he would be in the NFL?
He doesn't have it, right? Like he was fun as hell to watch. But
so,
and he's a dog, but he's not an NFL talent.
You'd kind of think that, but like all the scout people and all the mock draft database, like all that stuff is like he's a top 100 pick. Like he's gonna go round 3, probably.
What would you use him? Short yardage and third down type stuff?
You'd basically make him Kareem Hunt as the old guy, like Brown's Kareem Hunt. You know what I'm saying? Like Brett, so like he's just all the third downs, all the short yardage, or Carson. The comp I've been doing is Carson Steele, but with juice, like Carson Steele, but a guy who could Carson Steele never broke a tackle in the NFL.
We call him Cream Hunt, Tuttle. That's what we call him.
Are you going the Robbie Avila nicknames here?
Robbie Avila never getting to play in March Madness is brutal. No real star. We have not had our Jack Golke. There's not really been a breakout star. Of March. It's been so brutal.
We gotta wait for this second weekend. Yeah.
The first weekend is the best weekend. I'm sorry.
NIL, yeah, like the accountant Jack, whatever his name was.
Well, I'm just saying in terms of like, basically like. The only reason I'm going to watch these next round of games is because I'm still alive in my survivor pool.
And CALCUTTA.
I'll tune into the championship game with Duke and see if I win or if I lose. But the Sweet 16, I would guess
Arkansas
does brutal ratings wise.
Arkansas is a fun team. No, I disagree. I think you're still going to have.
Well, let's do our test.
Are they a fun team?
What's that?
Are they a fun team?
Who? Arkansas?
You said Arkansas is a fun team.
It's just because of Calipari.
It's a 10 seed and it's Calipari. Do you see his daughter and wife crying at the end? That was.
Dude, these guys, we got to get these guys in the old folks' home. Don't know how to coach. Calipari, Patino, can't play players with 2 fouls.
The Patino shot chart. The St. John shot.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
No, it was him benching his star player.
Well, he benched him because he was being a bitch on defense. He was just like complaining the whole time.
But still, it's the tournament and there's 3 minutes left. Even if you have bad defense and you're 3 for 17 or whatever.
This is what I'm saying. He's the old. He's just way too old school still.
Sounds like Davis is agreeing with him.
Guys through 2 fouls, just.
Don't we need, now that we have like NIL and, talking about these dusty old coaches who are really only good for recruiting and name value, don't we need like a GM position for these colleges where it's like,
well, a lot of them do.
They
I'm
do
just saying,
now.
But that should be their exclusive role, and then just have someone else coaching because they clearly don't have the X's and O's down anymore.
Yeah, Shire was the opposite. That was good to see. He played Cooper Flag through 2 fouls in the first half.
Shire is sharp. I think it's better basketball, but also like fewer chances for like these big upsets.
Yeah, fair take.
So well, Peter is our test case here. How many games did you watch of the first 4 days, Peter?
Half of one game.
And how much are you going to watch of the Sweet 16?
Probably half of one game.
Probably half of, yeah.
Dude, did you see the start times for some of these?
The Sunday night start times was crazy.
Out of here.
We need to give Pete the rundown of the Ole Miss coaches, though. Do you know the Ole Miss coaching staff, Pete?
No, but I'm sorry.
So Chris Beard's is not even the crazy one.
Yeah.
So the Chris Beard story, he's the old Texas coach. He beat his wife or fiance, I think it was.
Oh, I saw a tweet referencing this.
Choked her.
Yeah. She technically dropped the charges, but it was like
that's why he got fired from Texas.
Yeah, that's why he got fired from. But the crazy one is what's his assistant's name? I forget this. Do you guys know the story with the assistant coach?
I've saw tweets about the story, but I don't know what it actually is.
He married his dead brother's widow.
Dead twin, I think.
Yeah. And there was rumors that they were like hooking up before the death. Like, yeah.
That's
wild.
Dave's
in shock. I forget this guy's name.
Yeah, well,
it's kind of a generic name. It's like Mark Taylor or some shit but yeah, he married the
Mark Adams.
Mark Adams might be it. Yeah.
Goodness.
Wow.
It's a fun rabbit hole / story to go down.
College basketball, man. I mean, now it's like it's basically like the NBA G League now with the NIL. These guys, like the portal open and over 700 college basketball players like snapped it. Like they're talking about the Vandy's guy. I don't even know the kid's name because he never played. He was a freshman that never played. 13 minutes after they were eliminated by St. Mary's, he sends out a tweet, obviously pre-planned, that he is entered into the portal. Like they hadn't even been in the locker room.
He has it just scheduled via his Hootsuite.
Yeah, so
it goes into overtime and the tweet goes out while he's out on the floor.
Well, so we got
Hurley being gone
that wanted...
is definitely a good thing. I can't. He's the villain now. Like you want to see him lose.
Yeah, he's annoying. But so we got these degenerates that are like trying to grind like the CBI, the NIT, things like that. And you just don't know. These are lower level colleges playing, and there's no reporting on it. So these guys will not have played since like their conference tournament. And then they'll just be guys that have entered the portal and you don't really know.
Yeah.
But they entered the portal and they just don't play. So that's been fun to figure out.
All right. I want you guys to answer me this. This is a conversation I had with JJ. Let's see. Need to pull it up because he even said, "Can you just check in with the Swole-cast guys and see what they say?"
Check in late round thoughts here on the Swole-cast.
Yeah. Okay. So I said to him. I said, is there a big industry dynasty rookie draft happening? Just noticed that McDowell, Daniel Kelly, Corain, and Ron Stewart got their influencer copy recently. So do you guys know what I'm saying by saying that?
About a dynasty rookie draft?
Yeah, but I said, is there a dynasty rookie draft happening? I just noticed that Ryan McDowell, Daniel Kelly, Corain, and Ron Stewart just got their influencer copy recently.
He's saying that he saw them cashing in on their free promo
down
code.
Getting
and then
code.
He's wondering. Well, we're hosting one on Ship Chasing on Thursday that JJ was invited to, and he big timed us.
Well, there you go.
He did, and then the Scott Barrett League that has Reeves, Matthew Berry, and all those guys. Our draft starts next week.
Okay. So you guys understood the context there. JJ said,
yes.
What do you mean by influencer copy? And I said, a copy given to a social media influencer. Like we talk about the influencer 101 as a joke about the first pick in a best ball draft.
Uh-huh.
And he said, influencer copy of what? I am so confused. And I said,
AJ's so pure. He doesn't even.
And then I said,
influencer.
the prospect guide. And he said, then like every line's a different line. I said, kitchen, how am I supposed to get that from copy? And I said, a copy of the guide. I said, it's implied. It's the only thing so then we're like both typing in all caps. I said, it's the only thing we're selling, a copy of the only thing we're selling. And he said, I legitimately thought you meant like they had some sort of copy, like text that they were all sharing on Twitter.
Wow, he's such a marketing guy, you know.
And then I said,
he
"Oh,
really went back
honey,"
to his roots.
And then the "Oh, honey" kind of sent him into orbit a little bit. So that's when
I actually requested from JJ a version of the guide that's just essentially a CSV with all of the styling stripped out because I find it distracting from the information.
It's too pretty. It's like ugly marketing. Do you have the ugly version of the guy?
That's right.
So, anyways,
I'm glad. That was a good bit.
I'm glad that you guys understood because he was like, "Ask the Swolecast guys," like thinking. I think they would agree with me, JJ.
Yeah, we knew. We knew.
Anyways,
JJ is truly just in it for the love of the game. He doesn't consider what he's doing influencing. He's just, he's just sharing the good information.
Just sharing the information. You know, what a guy.
So
that reminds me, I'm getting my copy right now.
Did you not?
I hadn't gotten it yet.
Okay.
Pete and I are in a couple. I'm in Dynasty leagues with all of you except for Tuttle.
This is also going to surprise you. Liam had JJ on today's stream and sent, JJ's not a best ball.
JJ's doing Liam's over ship chasing. God, we're down bad.
People are saying it. People are saying it more and more.
Yeah.
Ever since
when you replace Scratch for Davis, sometimes
you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit.
I will talk to Davis as a COO. I will talk to Davis, or I will talk to JJ and get him on ship chasing.
It was just.
If he doesn't want to come, then I will join in his place. Don't worry. I got you. But anyways, back to Liam's stream. JJ is like, he wants to be, and he like he records like his episode of the podcast a day, sometimes a few days in advance, likes to have a scheduled stream. It's the opposite for Best Ball Bros who just like, click. So Liam sends him the show sheet like 60 minutes before
I'm impressed he even has a show sheet. That's
Liam has never sent me a show sheet.
Well, that's what I told JJ. It's like, it's funny. It doesn't surprise me at all, but it's funny for me to look at it like through your lens as someone who just wants to be like prepared for everything that could be thrown his way.
This surprises me that JJ would ever have agreed in the past to come on the Swolecast, though. If
great
he
marketing.
Needs to be like
great marketing.
Prepared.
He understand. Part of it might be he didn't understand like Liam's stream,
which is fair. No one does.
Which is on him. Is on him. If you look at the thumbnail, you should get a pretty good synopsis.
Know what you're getting into. I think I've told this show sheet story before, but it's still an inside joke with me and Lauren. So when we were doing the Laird interview, Davis and I, the very first one, and I was in Costa Rica, but I wanted to whip together a show sheet because it was like, hey, we're having Laird on, wanted him to feel comfortable, let him know this wasn't just going to be all bits. And so I just like jotted down some chicken scratch and send it over to Davis to get some thoughts like, hey, how do these questions generally look? And Davis sends back to me, hey, looks all right, but we need to profesh this up a bit. And I've never been so tilted in my life.
I frankly, I'm going to be honest, that doesn't even sound like me.
It does. It 100% does.
The part that doesn't sound like me is the word profesh.
No, that's the whole part. Because that's the whole line that Lauren and I, anytime I don't do something right, Lauren will be like, hey, you need to profesh this up a bit. So it's
wow, this is lore. This is lore inside, lore inside the household. All right, interesting.
What's Laird doing these days?
You know what? He He hit me. I was going to try to meet him up when I was in San Diego because he's living there. He was in Big Bear for the weekend. I think he's just living the good life.
I don't mean this in a bad way, but like, how much of a good life can he live?
What do you mean?
Well, his
He's
wife
gotta
is
get-
a lawyer.
Oh,
He is a
okay.
graduate of, I don't know if you know this, the University of California, very prestigious university.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he needs to get back to like whatever the next phase of life is. That's why I was asking, like, what the next phase.
Why are you trying to rush him into his next stage of life? I mean, he just made a couple million playing football. I mean, what's
Well,
the
I didn't
rush?
know if he was like still trying to get back into the league.
I don't think so.
But sounds like you saying that he's on Big Bear. Sounds like he's all but given up on his dream.
Give it up. I mean, what do you mean giving up? Like you want him to go play in the UFL or chill on the
No,
beach?
get
in
back
San
into-
Diego?
he told us he would not do that. We asked him that once. And he said no.
Did you see Puka saying that he wanted to retire by 30?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty easy to say when you're 24 or 23.
He's 23. Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's the sort of thing that a young man says. And then when you're staring down the barrel of no longer doing the only thing you know how to do, I think it's pretty hard to make that
let's
call.
go around and all say what age we would like to be retired by. And this isn't to say
25.
Davis. No, we need I want the actual age here. Kitchen.
1, 2, 3. Oh, we're like individually.
Yeah.
The answer: never.
So you
The
first.
grind never
no.
stops. The grind never stops.
The reality
has like
versus aspire could be more fun.
Maybe like if I had to put an age on it, like maybe when my kids have kids and I want to be there for them and enjoy the grandkids, like not an actual age. But I mean, I also think, we're in different phases of life. I enjoy, this is why like I have the dream job right now. As far as like flexibility and getting to be there for my kids and also working with someone who's amazing. And but like I think after they
do a 401k match. Oh, I finally no comment. Okay, all right.
I had to fill out some paperwork last week. But whenever like the girls graduate, or even when they get into junior high, I feel like I'm gonna have I feel like I could have that morning routine of where you're not having to usher them, and it's just like me staring on a deck for an hour, out into the city. So that's how I feel. Anyways, Tuttle, you've got 5 kids.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like this is such like it's gonna be 80, 85, 90 until I retire. So this is like just I have no dreams because I know it's not true.
Yeah.
Like there's no dream that I'm going to retire at 60.
Tuttle is going to be filling out PGA projections at 85. much like I will be streaming live to 114 people doing some fucking underdog second quarter showdown bullshit.
The good thing for Tuttle is that he has
that's like an exciting new format.
He has boys. I've got to pay for college and like weddings, like really probably in a close, like in a 10-year span. And both of those ain't getting cheaper.
Wow. That is crazy, Kitchen. 3 colleges and 3 weddings.
Yeah. Hopefully just 3 weddings.
Use promo code Kitchen when you buy that draft guide.
Neil Orfield said, just to remember, streaming is a young man's game. Develop some new skills, kid.
I don't know. There's
really
novelty to like a 70-year-old streaming.
He is
like,
not 70.
I see it
Tuttle,
on
not
TikTok,
70.
and I'll see like the 80-year-old guys playing Fortnite. Those guys.
Yeah, Tuttle. Let me tell you, I'm fucking hoping you're right because I got no alternative, brother. I have no skills. I'm too stupid to learn new skills.
I know. I hate this conversation.
I can't do math. I can't code.
Yeah, we're like, what's the opposite of fire?
Yeah. I was just trying to do a fun little spin-off of the Puka topic. I didn't know it was going to tailspin into an
we're depressed
existential
now.
crisis.
All right, Pete.
I've made made peace with this a long time ago. I mean, it became pretty
Davis.
clear.
That's why Davis invested in Bitcoin. He'll be able to.
Yeah,
retire
my
whenever.
only path to retirement will be $1 million Bitcoin, and if that happens, I'll be able to retire.
No, you'll still be like, not spending my Bitcoin.
That's the thing.
spend-
I'm such a religious zealot for it that actually, when it like push comes to shove, I might not be able to do it. You know, like it's like, oh, I'm 60 years old. Like I could be as rich as I could ever dream of being, but do I have to? Like, can I do it?
You'll be like the Walmart greeter then, just to get out and do something.
Davis turning into a right-wing best ball streamer would be amazing content.
I will say you could not be easier. You could be a millionaire right now if you are well-spoken, technologically savvy, and willing to go full right-wing grifter. I mean, it's got to be the easiest job possible. And there's billions to be made. I've thought about it.
Here's your chance, Davis. All right, Pete.
Well, I had the thought the other day, and I know lots of people had this thought, but I'm like, it would be fun to have a second life where you're just like a gym teacher and coach like high school basketball or so. I was like, I think I would be very fulfilled with that kind of like second act.
Starter at a golf course would be great.
Yeah.
Something fulfilling like that. Pete, we're in alignment there. Like I've thought about that as far as I enjoy coaching right now. I would encourage anyone, like when you can get back into coaching at like a middle school or high school level, do it.
I saw you were you coaching soccer? I opened up the old Facebook. Are you a soccer coach now?
I am. I wasn't going to, hadn't planned on it, but after the fourth or fifth email, like your kid might not have a team, I was like, I did. This is a Profesh move, as Davis says. I told them, all right, I will do this, but I need you to put my girls on these two teams, the other two girls. So I basically bartered.
Can you search DMs? Can I find this?
Davis.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was a text or a DM. I assume it was a Twitter DM.
Look for the green text. So yeah, that's what happened with the soccer thing. So I am coaching under 8, but the good news is got 2 great coaches and teams for the under 10 and under 12 for my girls.
Wow. This is how the sausage gets made. I mean, how is that any different than, the rich
like I had the leverage,
donates to a school to get their kids in.
I had the leverage. I like you want to coach? You want to coach? Well,
Pete, here's some parenting wisdom. If your child wants to do any sports, just start coaching early. Just do it because it's kind of crazy. I mean, I'm in a smaller town, so maybe this is more so true, but it's just luck of the draw on who the parents are that are volunteering at your kid's age. Yeah. And you can get some really bad draws.
I bet.
So just take control of it nice and early, and then you
have to make sure you got a good so that's like the middle child. She had never been coached by anyone other than me. She's like a daddy's girl, but I knew this other girl that I coached in basketball, and her mom was like, she's on this awesome team with this awesome coach. And so that's the coach. I didn't know this coach, but just this other mom telling me she's an awesome coach. I was like, okay, put me on this woman's team. And this lady's having an extra practice a week, is like giving private instruction to Kate, and like doing stuff that I didn't even like. Even I played soccer at a, travel soccer and stuff, but that was way back when. I can't coach soccer at a high level. It's just like, and I fully admit that. So
I found the DM. I found the DM.
Pull it
Davis.
up.
Yep. Oh God, this is satisfying. When Davis says this doesn't sound like me. All right, here we go. All right, pull this up. All right, so here's our thing. I don't know. I said Twitter is for the mentally weak. Got us started here. Google Doc. Bro, you got to profesh this up before we send him. I said, bro, literally said, got it started. You're talking to a guy who had 3 versions of notes for the counselor interview. Oh, man. You got to profesh this up.
You got to profesh this up.
I love that Davis, like, To Davis, that was just a random message sent at 4:26 p.m. But to you, Pete, it has stuck with you for 6 years.
I am still pissed about it. Like telling me I need to Profesh it up. Just get the fuck out of here.
Davis just said that and just went about his day. And you were just left just steaming.
This is a great comment that you just pulled up. That's the best comment about this all. He responded with it. This goes back to last week's conversation, how Davis says he instantly responds to all emails or messages. He responded to this in under a minute with advice on it.
The guy who made the outline doing actual prep work was told to Profesh it up.
The best part is he starts it with, bro, you got to Profesh this up before we send to him. Like this,
I'm crying, dude.
This has got. What are you doing, Pete? What are you doing, bro? You got to Profesh this up. This isn't some mom and pop. People need to know we're serious.
Oh my god!
Just looking at this, bro. I think we got to get you to 10,000.
Bro, we got to get to 10,000. Oh well, we found the title of the podcast for our audio listeners. Profession it up. Okay, so that will do it for today's show. Tuttle, any final thoughts?
Tennis DFS sucks.
Well, I was about to say, does this this hour, was it just like your kind of therapy? Like
No,
being
It
on the
was
show
until we
his-
got
it
into the
was his
depressing
tilt hour.
retirement conversation. And then
Hey, Tuttle, these guys might be on the beach, whatever. I'll be in the fucking trenches with you, brother.
I
It'll be
said I would
good.
never
grinding
retire.
it, baby.
It'll just be me and you in the old Fantasy Insiders private chat. You know, TJ will be taking a helicopter to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro. Kyle will be golfing. Everyone else will be retired, but it'll be me and you being like, who's going to take set pieces for Croatia against Czechoslovakia?
I'll be in a sweaty gym somewhere. That's where I'll be with my morning routine. All right, Davis.
You just got to Profesh it up a little bit. Just got to Profesh it up a little bit. Pete had a heart out.
Did he?
He didn't want to answer this summary of the show.
I guess not.
He didn't want to get
All right.
final thoughts.
I will just say, Pete would say for us to check out his 20-minute episode with Ray. Appreciate Ray being.
No, the actual thing he would tell you to go watch is go over to the Deposit Kingdom and watch Peter's video of Trump's shocking plans
I need to
transform professional football. 2,100 views in one day.
Professional
Would
football.
encourage you.
All right. We appreciate having Ray, who won the Fast Puppy, in today's chat. But I don't see Ray as a Swole-cast member. It's odd. So hopefully we can change that. He's got enough value out of today's show and seen the benefits that you get, like CALCUTTA drafts, Dynasty drafts, everything else.
That's a pretty big benefit, honestly.
Pretty big, Benny. Yeah. and just the Discord chat, just yucking it up with us. So appreciate everyone for tuning in. Catch Davis and I on Friday's stream for Mibbies only. And we'll see you next time here in the Swole-cast, sponsored by IKB. Peace.
Got that dog in a butt. Got that dog in a butt. OVERZETS overview. Come on.
I clicked the wrong one. Later, everybody. You gave static from the Swole-cast? I was like, yep, that's me.
I just want you guys to know I'm total dust. I'm the problem.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Leave it to the guy with the crypto dunes, Abby, to not understand context.
I should have known you getting 30 likes was directly written by someone else.
You know me, I don't do a ton of research before the show.